good?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Shalom, Lord in Christ. Officer I.S.U.P.K, Lashawan Qadash class. With I.S.U.P.K, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under commanding General YAHANNA, where we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer I.S.U.P.K, teacher Lashawan Qadash class here in Greenville, South Carolina. Got a trooper with me who's at Qadash. Come on out. We come on out in the brave weather, man. We come out of here in the sleet, the snow, rain, teach class, hold camp. But we're just going to hold class tonight, though. And we got come off of good Passover. We got our corn chips, right?
Right.
Got our corn chips. Y'all made for the unleavened bread. Make sure y'all got that at the Lashawan Qadash class. We do that because we'll have some in Sabbath service, too. Make sure you guys align yourself properly. Got your unleavened bread here. Right?
Right.
Got you. Okay, good. I'm glad you got all that. You got your Bible and all that. And we're gonna go over a few ideas. Sorry about the late start here. Was a Shar got up in the chat there. You got to make sure you guys sign in for your name. I think Officer Shar has a chat where you a system where you where we sign into the chat to get our Hebrew names, our credit, people, for sisters and brothers and sisters. You need to sign in and make sure you get the credits for that. But here tonight, we're going to teach a Lashawan Qadash class like we do every week on Friday, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We have Lashawan Qadash is the ancient Hebrew. You see it on the top line. We use our chart here. And then the Assyrian Hebrews when we were in captivity. Those two, they sound alike, but they're spelled immensely different. So we have Abagada Hawazaka, Tayakala, Manasa Ipatazakwara Shabda. It sounds the same here. The only difference is there are 5 ending characters in the Assyrian. And up here we have connectors in the ancient Hebrew, okay? We'll have an upside down U, and because let's put a little bit on the board here. Let's see, for illustration's sake, see what we got here. Let's talk a little bit about connectors here so people can quite understand. We have dependent and independent connectors. These are they help you with the ancient Hebrew. So let's see, we'll have the ancient Hebrew. In the ancient Hebrew, we have independent connectors. And we have dependent connectors, like an upside down U. So if you use something like, what we use a word like in the ancient Hebrew, right? We have Ra, Ra, right? Then we have what? Tazah. Am I doing this right? Nope. Let me see how that erase it. You're supposed to be catching me, True. Thank you. Go out. I'm trying to do some Some Assyrian in there. All right. What we get, go to Passover, forget what we're doing then. Ra, and then we have Tazah. Oh, yeah, there it is. Man. Okay, and what's a Ra Tazah, trooper?
Earth.
The earth, right?
Right.
So we'll go over this. We're just kind of reviewing for people signing in the class. Sometimes people, how are we doing over here? We got who else signing there right there?
That was like, share, and subscribe to class.
Got you. Ancient. Okay, in a Ratazah, you're going to need some, well, let's move it down some. In the word of Ratazah, when you use the ancient, you're going to need some connectors to help you out here. So we say Ra, and then we say Tazah. Now all of those are what? Independent connectors, right?
Okay.
So independent. Independent connectors, okay?
Right.
And then over here, of course, we have dependent connectors. And those are connectors, of course. And those connectors, and that's what we have in the ancient Hebrew. Let's give an illustration where we have dependent connectors, right? Write the word, let's say, water. Go ahead. Mayam, right?
Yeah.
Ma, right? Go ahead and spell it. The word is spelled M-A-Y-A-N. Go ahead. That's M in the ancient. Put the connectors under there too, Kalatazah. We'll give an illustration trying to show people. Y. Ya. Put a ya. Sorry. How do you say ya? It's all right. It's okay to look. Been a while. I do it myself. There you go. Well, ya. There you go. I'll explain what you got there. We have Mayam, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Right. Got my yam.
Mm-hmm.
You got your ma, which is independent.
Right.
And your yam, your ya is dependent on the ma, which blends it to.
In this case.
Yam. Right.
Not all the time, but that's what we want to do, right?
Right.
We want to make that a blend, and that is called a dependent connector, right? Just kind of, this is a review class that we're using, because after a while we're going to take full speed ahead. After Passover, we have to slow things down just a little bit, okay? All right, so Mayam, right?
Right.
Which means what? Right up there, what it means, water, right?
Right.
Right to the side over here. One means earth and one means water. Right? It doesn't matter what word. No, you're okay. You're okay. It's all right. It's all right. There you go. One means earth. The deal. The illustration is what. Let's see who we have in the chat over there. Because I can't. We don't have our StreamYard up. We have some complications going on there.
You got young man Michael checking in.
Young man Mike, right?
Right.
And Jada, yourself, and who else?
Triple to come on.
Triple combo. Let's clap it up for them, right? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barak Thumb to all of my men. Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thabah Shem Yahweh Shai to all of the sisters, okay? And what we want to let you know is that we're here in the last one Qadash class, just kind of reviewing the connectors so you'll understand. Get used to this. Get used to using the ancient Hebrew, and that's what we're doing right now. And in a second here, we'll illustrate those same words in Assyrian, okay? Let's move the camera over to the side just a little bit. There you go. There you go. That'll work right there. I appreciate that. We still got the same.
Okay.
Okay, good. And so you'll understand. So you'll understand the earth when you say ra to za. That means you're using individual sounds to make that. So you say that's an sound. That's like an ah. That's a ra, like a ra. And this is to za. And a lot of people don't like to use vowels, but how many vowels we got, Claudia?
2.
We got 2 vowels, right? And so and you have I. Good. And some people say that there are no vowels, but really we use them predominantly in every word you do. If you didn't, you'll have consonants together, which would make sense. So you're going to use all the time. So we have abagada hawazaka, ta yakala. Hear that all the time? Manasa. Then you say I. That's the only other one. I pataza, kwa rashata. And all of those are ahs. Okay, what I want you to do. Well, anyway, I'm sorry, it's like all those that come from the ancient language and the connectors, they dependent connectors here, that's a dependent symbol. That's why you have dependent sounds, ra, to, za. And then over here you have, and make that look a little bit more like a upside down U instead of a flying bird right there. We fortunate today to have the board sort of dry in our favor there. There you go, and that looks like that because it's an independent sound, independent connector. And over here, we like the trooper was saying, we want to join these 2 sounds together. So we have yum. Now let's give them, and I'll give you guys something I want you to transliterate here in a second. But for right now, we're doing just a review. So relax yourself. Drink your wine, your mayam and your yayan, and relax yourself. And until we get a little bit more heavy into the class. I'm just going to sort of drag it here. What we're going to do now, what I want you to do now is go over and give me those same words in Assyrian, right? Those same words in Assyrian. And make sure, as in this is, make sure you guys are eating your unleavened bread right before we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread this Sunday. What is that, April 9th? Yeah, most schools will have, it's starting at 7 o'clock, it should be, right, as per Qadash. So you guys make sure you eat unleavened bread every class that you're given, and at home, make sure you eat your unleavened bread at least once a day there, okay? Gotta look, don't you? It's all right. I do too sometimes. Kind of make it look like a board. When in doubt, just make it look like the board. No, remember, move that to the side for a second. Now he wrote that, that's a tazah, but you want the ending connected for tazah, and it will look more like this, right? Let me draw it on there. Let me draw it in blue so people can see it. We want to do like the board, sort of like, ain't gonna work in that. Give me that black, it ain't gonna work in that. Go out. It's either way work. Boy, you might get you back in the class, don't you? That's all right. Hey, so now that's a tazah, right? A little longer, but that's a tazah. But why? Explain why. Go ahead.
Because at the end.
In Assyrian.
Yeah, in Assyrian. So.
What does it do?
To show you that it's the end of the word.
Not to show, it's the understanding, because it occurs at the end. The Assyrians use that instead of the tazah, the one that you had written there. So it's called an ending character, right?
Right.
All right. Okay. So do we have connectors?
No, not on Assyrian.
You ready to write them? I thought I'd get you, but you didn't. What else we got written up there?
Trooper Come said it's an end of character.
There you go. There you go, Clown Run. Clap it up, Ron. Y'all, it's Clown Run, Lots on the yard. Who else? Young man Mike.
Mike.
Jada.
Jada.
All of the young men and the troopers. Y'all understand this class. I'll go over and over until because when I get you guys so proficient, then we're gonna take off like a jet plane and keep going. Anybody else in there? Somebody in there, sorry. In the yard, yeah.
Trooper
Ratazak. So Ratazak, the yard, Lakamawan, Kalatazad, Jada, who else? And the yard. All those individuals understand what we're doing on the board, without a doubt. And we forget things sometimes. I do all the time. So that's the point. Now we get ready to find out what you remember in a few seconds here. All right, go ahead and do it because we're the Assyrian now, right? All right, write the word Mayam in Assyrian. There are no connectors. You didn't forget that one, did you? So we have the word ma. Let's see. I got one. Also. We have the word ma, which is a regular M. Just ma, M-A. Then we have ya. You guys can see that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they can.
Okay.
Right? And then we have yum. I'm sorry, ma. So, my yum. Now, we use an ending character at the end. You see the difference in the two M's right there? You only get this because you study it on the chart. Once you study the chart, you get to learn, you get more proficient, then we can have better understanding, break down the words, right?
Okay.
Okay, so water. Okay, good. All right, let's break it down. Let's go through some more words here. Let's go ahead and erase that. And we'll just put something on here. We'll give them about 5 minutes for people to let me see here to break it down, right? That's what we'll do. Okay, there you go. All right, you can relax for a second. Okay, what? Let's do this, and guys. I want you guys to break this down here. Let me see. Then we have yeah, there we go. I want you guys to tell me what this word means in English first, of course. What is that? Oh, I'm in Assyrian. See? Just that quick. Jesus Christ. Just that quick, I'm in Assyrian. All right. Trooper wasn't having it. He didn't want me to fool him no more. All right, you guys transliterate to put it in the chat. Show me what that is. Tell me what that is.
Trooper Come had said the same thing. The dollar was in the Syria.
Y'all know he's right. 100% right.
Then he said, Abad.
Who did that?
Come on. I-B-A-D.
Does everybody else agree with that? Let's make sure everybody get theirs in there. See what it is. Everybody get theirs in there. You go ahead and sit down there in that chair and then you can just go back and forth, you know what I mean?
Sister Jada said the same thing.
What'd she say?
Abad.
Abad, okay. Sister Jada, okay. Yeah, Jada's getting proficient at this too.
Right.
That sisters, boy, they don't play around, man. That's Jada likes to learn, so she comes to class, and I appreciate that. And Jada, make sure you have your head covered too, right? Because we don't have a StreamYard running tonight. And the guys, I want to make sure, Mike, young man Mike, and the Kamawan and all them, y'all, who's that else in there? Rochazak, y'all make sure you have your head. I mean, you know, unless you're at work, I understand. But make sure you have your head covered. And then for the guys, make sure you have on your war scarf or your crown or your, you know what I'm saying? There you go. That's part of I.S.U.P.K. That's part of the Bible. That's what the Bible says. A woman should cover her head. Corinthians there.
Sister Jada said, "Kind, so my head is covered."
There you go. She's doing her job. Very good, Jada.
That's right.
Who?
I was saying that's right.
That's right. Who else? Anybody else in that chat got this word here?
That is right now.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and put it down. It means to serve. That's what that word means. In Assyrian, it will look like this. I, and then Ba. Now I can put my D, right?
Right.
I can put my D like that now, then.
Kind.
There you go. Now I can put that D down. That's an Assyrian. No ending character, but of course we can make this look a little bit like this. There, a little better there. See? All right, that's what it means. All right, we're going to put another word up here on the board. Where's my eraser at? Yeah, I get it. Don't worry about this. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your unleavened bread there for a second. I'll do a little work here. All right, that's what I want to do. Let's put another word. Let's put, since we just reviewed, because we just came off of the Passover, we got to get people caught back up, because even I'm a little rusty here. Mixing Assyrian with ancient, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it happens. Anybody new in the chat, or we good?
That's still the same.
Okay.
Brothers and sisters.
Let's do right here. I'm gonna give a word like this. I'm giving Assyrian. Let's see. There we go. Something like that. Tell me what that word is. That's Assyrian now. Kind of make it a little hard for them. Right?
Right. Triple Lacama one said Laham.
Who?
Triple Lacama one, he said Laham.
Spell it.
L-A,
Yeah.
H-A-M.
L-A-H-A-M. All right. Anybody else?
Sister Jada said she agreed with him.
She said L-A-H-A-M.
I disagree. I say,
Let them get a chance over there. Right? Then I'll get yours. Let them get a chance. Since they're online there. Anybody else? Make sure you guys eat your unleavened bread too for your meal. To go along with your meal. Always get the unleavened bread, okay? Where do my cell phone?
young man Mike said Lacama.
Aha.
He said
Spell it.
L-A-C-H-A-A-M-A.
C-H-A. Spell it again.
L-A-C-H-A-A-M-A.
All right. Got some interesting. We'll give you guys about another minute here.
We got Brittany Lawrence. She say,
Who is Brittany Lawrence?
I'm not sure. But she just asked us the class for beginners.
Yeah, it's ask her better. Tell her, ask. Hey, Brittany, are you? What's your nationality? Tell me what your nationality is, Brittany. Let me know when you come up with that, all right?
Okay.
What camp you from? What's your nationality? Who are you? We ain't gonna wait too long. Just type it in the chat what nationality you are, okay? Where you come from? What are you? Did you put anything in there yet?
La. She said Jamaican.
All right, yeah, you in class. If you're Jamaican, you definitely can stay in class. But yes, it's for beginners, Brittany. But you Jamaican? Yes, Jamaican is what tribe, Galantazar?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Yeah, you're from the tribe of Benjamin. So just keep checking in the class. If you are, we'll ask other questions. But right now, we'll just take it on what you said that you're from Jamaica, right? Okay.
Right.
But yeah, Jamaicans are definitely welcome in our class necessarily, because you are one of the 12 tribes of Israel, right, sis? Tell her to put the word K-A-N for Khan, for yes, or Khan, sir. I'm sorry, she can hear me. Khan, say Khan, sir, Brittany, if you understand. We'll feel you out here. Khan, sir, that means yes, sir. Okay, always address an officer in I.S.U.P.K as yes, sir, or Khan Adawan, yes, my lord, one or the other. Okay, especially you being a woman, you address it that way. All right.
Right.
Make sure she puts that in the chat, right? She put that in there?
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Brittany, to put that in there, since if you're Jamaican, say "Con Sir," right? You are. Okay. Well, we're waiting for you, Brittany, to go ahead and type in there. You say you're Jamaican. Go ahead and type in there, "Con Sir."
Okay. She just typed it.
Huh?
She just typed it.
What she put in there?
Kind, sir.
K-A-N-S-I-R.
Kind.
Okay. How you know about us, Brittany? How'd you know about us? Making this expression this time right here just for you. How do you know about us? How you know about the I.S.U.P.K? Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Let's type, briefly. How'd you hear about us? Online? What? Relative, friend? Because if you are indeed from the tribe of Benjamin, Bunyamin, then you are one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Tell me, how'd you know about us? What'd she say?
No, she ain't said that yet.
Yeah, we waiting for you, Brittany. How did you know about us? Just type a few words. It ain't got to be a whole lot. Just say, it could be 5, 6 words. Ain't got to be much. Let me know what you got that in there, Qadash.
Kind.
Anyway, we got Laham, and Lakama. Right?
Right.
All right. We're waiting for you, Brittany. Give me a few more seconds here. How'd you know about it? How'd you hear about the I.S.U.P.K?
Select it. She said on YouTube.
On YouTube. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Let's keep. It's, you got any questions in class? Just make sure we'll just keep asking you. But I'm glad we just have to ask you because we want to know where you come from. Because only the Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are concerned in teaching. Of course, people get in class all the time for all different nationalities, but those are heathens as far as we're concerned, right?
Right.
So, but you're not, sis. You're saying you're from Jamaica, and we'll take that for right now, okay? All right. Anybody else in the chat talking about what this word is? All right, let's explain this. We have Laham. I don't know where people get this is not an H. It's a Ka. All right? And young man Mike, he actually has the word right there. But he just needed to take the A off of it.
Right.
For Ma, that is Ma, but at the end, in this case, you take that off. You take that off. You don't need the Ah. Right, Mike? You need the word. The word is actually Lakam. L-A-C-H-A-A-M. And he's exactly 100% right. But this is not an H. Jada and what? Lakamawa?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an H. That is a Ka. Look at your chart over here. Where's that at? Right there. See that? Can they see that right there?
Kind.
Barely. That's the Ka right there. The Syrian, they have something that looks like that. I tried to draw it right. But if you want, that's Ka. We did it right. But if you wanted to write something that starts with an H, a high would be looking like this. And I understand why, because they think that, here, let me see this. This is what the ha looks like. And there's a clear difference. See that space in there? And I've gone over class, see that big old space in there? These words look just alike. These sounds look just alike. But one has a space here to here and one doesn't. That's a ka, and this is a ha. That's a ha. So if it was like this, if this ha was there, then that would be laham. But it's not. It's lakam. So it's la, and then you want to say ka. Ka is C-H-A-A, just like this. And then you have on the end, you have a ma. But because it's an ending connected ma, then you use the ending connecting ma right here. So the word is lakam. Yes, go ahead.
Salakia, Trooper Lakamwan said it means to fight, and
Means to what?
fight.
Fight. Lakam.
Okay,
Lakam is bread.
right.
Okay?
And, the sister Brittany said she from New York.
From New York. Okay, gotcha. And of course, now do you know about any of our schools up there, Brittany? We have a school in New York, actually. We do. We have schools in New York, okay? I'll see if I can't get that number for you here. But so you can attend those schools and go directly into the class. And if you're Jamaican, if you're from New York, I think what's that school? I can't remember where it is, but it's we'll give you a number to call.
For headquarters.
Yeah, for headquarters. We'll look that up when you get time there. And we'll let them see if that's anyway. Laham, lakam. That means the word is actually bread. Lakamawan. The word is bread.
He said Salakia, he got his words mixed up.
That's all right. The word is bread. This is like we're having unleavened bread. Unleavened bread, I didn't want to put it up there to confuse anything past that, but the word unleavened translates to be matazawaf. Like, so you would say matazawaf lakam. That would be unleavened. Matazawaf lakam. I'm not going to put that up there, but that's what the unleavened bread. Of course, that's what we're going through, unleavened bread right now without yeast. So we say matazawaf lakam. That's what we're saying when we say unleavened bread. In this case, the root word is simply that it's bread. You have different types of bread: baked bread, sliced bread, unleavened bread, matazawaf, ed, unleavened, or you want to say unleavened matazah, sorry. What did I say? Yeah, matazaha. Yeah, matazah is unleavened. Matazaha, okay? In other words, it would be tazah, like this. Matazah.
Salakia.
Yeah.
She said she from Rochester, New York.
Oh, Rochester, that's upstate. That would be Captain Azania. So that would, yeah, you don't give her that one. We'll have to give you a number for Captain Azania. We'll put it in the chat after class, okay? From Rochester. I'm familiar with Rochester up there. That's Captain Azania. But we'll give you something after that after class, Brittany. Okay? I need to write all these numbers down. But anyway, you got the idea. But the class, if you're from Rochester, New York, then we'll give you the number. It wouldn't be headquarters. It would be Captain Azania. All right? Well, Montezawa, that's the word that you want to use for unleavened. So I'll go ahead and put it up there. Matazaha. I'm sorry, Matazaha. Matazaha. Okay, in this case, everybody got it? Does everybody understand what mistakes they made? Or like, because my young man Mike had it very close. But Mike, what you got to do is remember, at the end of the word, take off that sound, that ah. You have ah, ba, ga, da, ha, ah, ah. Here are those ahs. That's our sound. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ah, ah. But at the end of the word, you don't need that ah after the last vowel. I mean, after the last character here, you know. You take it off the end, but you're very close, Lakam. And Jada and you, Lakamawan, you guys mistook that for a ka. This is a ka, you mistook it for a ha. That make sense? Yeah, go ahead.
Salaki and Trooper coming on said that he got to step away from the phone. I'm guessing he is slavery.
Okay, I got you. I understand. I appreciate it, Lakamawan.
And Sister Jada and Sister Brittany, they both said kind sir.
Yeah. Okay, good. See, that's one thing. I appreciate that, Jada and Brittany. Okay. All right, let's erase this here. We'll put another word up here. Appreciate you guys participating in class because it all starts right here in the trenches when you guys doing words, real small words get to, like I said before, began to be large words, right?
Right.
And then your Hebrew, you'll start speaking it a little bit more fluently once you get to know the chart and read things over and over again, then you begin to understand, okay? But right now, you know, we're not worried about the fluency. What we're worried about is, what we're trying to get a handle on and understanding is just the basic understanding for our brothers and sisters. We call them Ak and Akwathian, right?
Right.
Sisters Akwathian. Okay, where we at here? Let's get another word up here on the board. Let me see. Let's get one up here. Let's see. And we want to set stuff like, let's see, what? Okay. We'll give you a little easier one. And I'll give you another one up here. That's one. Work on that one, then I'm going to give you another one right behind it. It's called interrogative words.
Salaki and Trooper coming on said my Yah.
All right. He wrote down that.
Okay.
Okay. Stop. What am I looking for here? Oh, yeah, there we go. Now spell what he has.
M-A-Y-A.
Okay. Anybody else?
Young man Mike, he said the same thing.
Young man Mike got the same thing. All right. Anybody else? Let's make sure. All right. And then go ahead and do the one here below it. Be careful now because what I've done, Saksha Parham throw you a wrench in there every once in a while. All right, Kalazazar? I didn't begin to throw those wrenches yet. I can throw a wrench now.
Alright. Salaki.
Go ahead.
Sister Jada, she also said my Yah. And Trooper Lakama was kind. And Trooper Lakama one said my Ha.
Right here?
Kind.
Spell it.
M-A-H-A.
That's why This is a lesson here.
You got a young man Mike, he said the same thing.
For what?
The bottom of my heart.
Okay.
And Sister Jada, she said La is Maha for the bottom.
How you spell it?
M-A-H-A.
She said the same thing?
Yeah, same.
Cool. Well, instead of saying the same thing, just say what they said, cause, you know,
Okay.
just, you know, it's M-A-H-A, whatever.
Okay.
Cause that way, we want to give everybody. So is that everybody? Brittany and who else? Razak. Some people are at work like the Kangwan, like Razak, they had to break off, right?
Right.
She's saying. So what did they notice difference about the spelling that I have up here? What do they know? What do you notice difference? We'll give you guys a few more seconds here. See, so everyone can participate, right?
Right.
Okay. That's it. I guess everybody got an answer in.
The common one said one is ancient and the other is Assyrian.
That's it. Clap it up for them. One's ancient and one's Assyrian. That's the difference. I kind of did that on purpose so you guys can think about it. But you guys are so used to looking at it, and that's the whole idea. That's why I put it on there every week. Until finally, when I start writing fluent sentences here, you'll be able to say, So anybody else write something?
Sister Jada said
Right.
the connectors, and
Right.
Sister Brittany said I'm new to this, sir.
Right. That's all right. It's okay, Brittany. It's good. But what you want to do, Brittany, is because you're new, understand, since you just signed in, this is the ancient Hebrew here, and this is the Assyrian. So, hey, let's see here. This is the Assyrian Hebrew right here. Yeah. And this is the ancient Hebrew right here. That's what you want to understand. And the difference is of course the characters. And you'll find those characters on the chart. You have to look at your chart here and find out all of these. The top line is all ancient and the bottom line is Assyrian. They sound the exact similarity same, but they spell different. As you can see, an M here and an M there, they look different, but they have the same sound. Ma. Over here you have a Ya. I'm sorry. You have Ya here and you have Ha here. But they're different sounds. Okay, let's correct something. That's the difference. But these are interrogative words. One means who and one means we're gonna exchange. We're gonna correct the spelling here for some of them. One means who and one means what. So write that in your notes, okay? This is I forgot just that quick. Salaki. Okay. There we go. This is this word right here means what in the Hebrew. Only problem is it's not spelled like this. You take the A off of there. It's spelled like that. Maha. Maha. You take the A off. The reason why you have a Ya up here is because that's the way it's spelled. It's an exception to the language.
Sister,
Go ahead.
Sister Jada said, my I means who?
Yeah, this one means who.
Yeah, I meant
Ma-
Maya.
Huh?
That's what I meant, Maya. I said Maya.
It means who. Okay? These are interrogative words, so you'll be able to put things in sentences. And it doesn't, it's, that's just how it's spelled. But is there any reason why, does anybody understand why we took the A off of here? This is what and why. It's not so much what it means, it's how you spell it. Why is this Maya and over here is Ma instead of Maha? Let's see if anybody can get that. Anybody? Go ahead.
Because it's really dependent connector.
No, not necessarily. These are both independent connectors. One's Ma, because they did have an A here, remember? Maha.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be a dependent connector.
No. And up here, you think I'll just throwing a wrench out there?
Right.
No. And up here, Maya. Okay? Anybody online can guess why that is? Why did he drop one and didn't drop the other one?
So like,
What?
Trooper Lakama he said, if we take the A off of the end of Maha, doesn't that change the connectors? And Sister Jada said she got to step away for a second.
Mm-hmm. You're saying this. You're saying like this, right?
Okay.
Ma. But you hear, so how would you say it? Ma?
Ma.
Ma?
Okay. I'll take the A off.
But what if I want to sound like Maha? Maha. What if I wanted to sound like that?
Triple Lakama said kind, sir.
Huh?
He was saying kind of what you just did.
That's what he's saying. Well, what if I wanted to do it like this? Would that break a rule? Because we do have rules when we're using the word, when we're using the sound I, because it's by itself.
All right.
If I want that to sound like ma, like this, ma, then I can do this. I can, ma. Or I can say maha. But then you said that word right there, it wouldn't be, because it wouldn't be a on the end in either case.
Trooper Lakama said he will make independent connectors.
Yeah, maha and ma'a. And but if I say ma, I can't say ma, I have to say ma, like this, ma.
Right.
So I'm hearing two sounds, but if you wanted to do it this way, I ain't mad at you.
So like he also said,
Go ahead.
he said that Trooper Lakama said, I would believe it breaks the rule of spelling when it comes to connectors.
It would, but how do I want it to sound? Ma or ma? Maha or ma? You see?
Alright.
If I want to say ma, ma. But what if I want to say ma, ma, ma? Or if I want to say maha? You see?
Alright.
And I'm just trying to say it depends on how you want the word to sound. Right? Up here, like we have maya. Because there are some words in here, like we use the I, that breaks the rule. We got some words in here that seem like that seemingly look like they will break the rule. That makes sense?
Kind of.
All right, so everybody got that? What and who, right? Right?
Kind of.
All right, what about this word? Let's see if we can do this one.
We got Sister
Huh?
Angeli.
Who's that?
So I don't know.
A new sister?
And she said, Shalom Yahweh by I.S.U.P.K.
Okay, that's a sister then. That's one of us. Where's she from? Wait, what city you from, sis? It was she said the greeting, right? Yahweh Shemar Lathar by Shem Yahweh Saj. And what city you from? What city you from, sis? She say?
La. She said headquarters.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What's her name?
YouTube name is Angeli.
Angela. Okay. You don't have it, sis. If you do you have your Hebrew name yet? Anyway, she might.
Triple Akama one said Ayah.
Ayah? Come spell it. What you got?
A-H.
A-H?
Y-A-H.
Y-A-H. Anybody else like that? Anybody else got that same spelling?
The sister said her name is
Nakara?
Nakara.
How you spell that?
N-A-C-H-A-R-A-A-H.
Nakara? Yeah, I know Nakara. All right. It's from headquarters. I know it's already Passover. Nakara. Everybody on this word here?
Sister Jada asks, does that mean where?
Did she get this word down first? Did she get down what this is?
She said Shalakia, never mind.
Huh?
She said Shalakia, never mind.
Shalakia, never, what is, Jada? So she agreed with that as ayah, right?
She hadn't said it yet.
Oh, but she said it means she
had asked did it mean well, but then she said Shalakia, never mind.
Because she knew what I was gonna say. She worried about what the word means and not how it's spelled. Very, very, very. Okay, where? Yes, it means where, Sister Jada. So we have these are like I said again. Who, what, where? These are examples of what kind of words did I say they were? Let's see if anybody memorized. I'm sorry. What kind of words they are? Right? See if anybody. What type of words are there? Who we have now? We got a lot of women in the chat, right? Jada. Who else? Nakara.
Sister Jada, Sister Nakara,
right?
and what's the other sister name?
What's the other girl? Brittany?
Yeah, Sister Brittany.
It's in Jamaica, right?
Okay.
Okay, I think Nakara's Jamaican also, I believe.
Trooper Lakaman
Trooper
said,
Kamawan.
he said transition words.
Who said that?
Trooper Lakaman.
What did he say?
Transition words.
No, they're not transitions. We'll give you, they're called interrogative. Those words like directional, okay? Or where, what, I'm sorry, not directional, questions, words that ask question, interrogative, or words that ask question, okay? Who, what is it, where is it? All right, is that how you spell that, Jada? Is this correct? That's what I really want to know.
Young man Mike said, Ayah.
Young man, did he spell it like this?
Okay.
A-H-Y-H, okay?
Okay.
So those people who got it right, clap them up. And those people who didn't take a stab at it, well, we clap them up too. Right? So like I said, these are interrogative words, words that ask question, man. And so when you want to, later on, we'll use these in sentences, not right now, because you have to learn we have to use our whole sentence structure, our possessive adjective and our prepositions and our plurals. We have to learn a lot of different things in order to write sentences in Hebrew. But for right now, we just learn. Let's start out, go over a few words here.
Sister Jada said that's correct.
Right here?
Okay.
Okay. All right, very good. What?
Sister Nakara said interrogator.
Interrogative?
Interrogative.
Right?
Question words.
That's right. Clap it up for the sister. They asked the question. That's exactly right. They do ask the question. There's who, what, and where. Interrogative words ask questions. And those are good words to know in the Hebrew language. You know, because you're going to ask, you're going to use those words a lot in Hebrew. You're going to learn different derivations of those words, so they can grow from that. But the main thing I want you guys to realize, it's not so much, and if this class was about vocabulary only, then I'd just throw these out at you in an email and then you'll have some words, but you got to learn how to use them. And that makes sense?
Right.
You got to learn how to use your base root words and your understanding of how to put it all together. So that's important. All right, Lakamawan, is he still in the chat? Yeah. So everybody got this off the board? I'm assuming they do. Make sure you guys write that down. Let's put a few more words up here. Let me put another understanding here. And who's that? Brittany. Just so you'll understand, we're writing, when you're just starting a class and you're not sure about your Hebrew, just write down what you see and, play your film back and write what you see so you can grow from there. And then every class asks questions. And then you'll grow from there, okay? All right? We have people checking in the class all the time. We have people that are our people, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian from the tribes of Israel, from the 12 tribes. And then we have our people checking in. We have heathens checking in. We also have our people checking in from fake camps, all kinds of stuff. And that's where they learn this from. But a lot of times they learn it in error. So, in I.S.U.P.K, it's home of the truth. So we have to straighten all that error out. So we can get people, we're just concerned about our people. Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, right? Okay, let's put something else up in here. This is what I like. So we got enough interrogative going on up in here. And make sure you get your notes down. Make sure you guys write this in your notes so you'll understand a little better. I want to, every class I try to mix in a little bit here. Let's find out. I want you guys to do this for me. I want you guys to write that in Hebrew. How would you write 32 in Hebrew? Just let them do it online, okay? Give them a chance. You think about it, Lashawan, right? How would you write 32? We'll see how much you guys know out there in Hebrew. How would you write it? And make sure your sisters have your head covered in class. You know, and the men, like I said, I know young man Mike does. Lashawan, Roxazak, I know. Even Kalatazai, got your war scarf on, man. War crown. How do you write the word 32? Take your time. Write it out in English because that's the common language that we're under slavery. So write that out. Tell me what's going on. How do you write the word 32?
Mike say he doesn't know.
Young man Mike said he doesn't know? Okay, well, we're going to teach you tonight, Mike. But that's good. That's a smart answer. If you don't know, that's how you learn. Only the people, and that's clap it up for young man Mike. Exactly right. Only those people who say they do know and don't know, you know. But see, we got young man Mike. He's been around for a while. He understands the trooper that as a young man, aspiring to be a trooper, he knows that if I don't know, just raise my hand and say I don't know, or just don't know, or say it. Take a knee. But that's fine. That's why we learn. So when you get it, you will learn, Mike. That's the point. Anybody? Anybody else?
Sister Jada said she don't remember it.
She don't remember? That's fine. That's not a problem. Let's clap it up for Sister Jada. Exactly right. That's what I want to hear. That's the truth. That's what you want to understand. Anybody else on there?
She says Shalash.
Okay.
Shanya.
All right. She said what? Spell that. Shalash.
Yes. S-H-A.
Yeah. At least she got it right. Even if she spelled it wrong, she said it right. What else?
Shanya. Y-A.
S-H-A.
N-Y-A.
N-Y-A.
Kind.
Okay.
And Trooper Lashawan said Shalashyam Shanya.
He said Shalashyam.
Kind.
And what else? Shanya.
Shanya.
Would you say Kalatazah?
Shalashyam Shanya.
Looks like anybody else?
Not at the moment.
Okay, and I understand. I mean, I'd have to think about it myself sometime, but I hope somebody's got some in the chat there. Follow it there.
Sister Jada said, I know it's like 30 plus 2 in Hebrew, though.
That's right, and she's right. Clap it up for that sis. Now it's coming back to it. Right?
Right.
So if you want to say 32, that is correct. So who did that? Lashawan?
Okay.
And who else?
The men Lakama say Shalashiyam.
Yeah, and Sister Jada, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sister Jada, she
30 plus 2, right?
Right.
And she's right.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying right there, and that's what Lakamawan has done. So you want to say Shalash Yum, and then which is Shalash is 30, Yum plus 2, Shanya. So you write Shalash Yum. So I got it written back. It's really 2 plus 30. So you want to write Hebrew backwards. So it really be you have this over there and that over there. But we're writing in English, right?
Right.
So it'll really be Shalash Yum Shanya this way backwards. But y'all get the idea, right?
Kind of, okay.
Shalash and Shanya. But that's the idea. So clap it up for people who tried. Everybody that gave an answer, that's correct. That's correct. And everybody who said I don't know, that's correct. And everybody who didn't say anything, they're correct. No, I mean really, because you know or you don't, and it's fine. But Shalashim, what you have to do, what I taught, and Jada remembered it. She remembered, Lakamawan remembered. Young man, Mike, you remember when we used to do, when we say, let's go over the Kalataza. Come in for a second if you don't mind, Baba Kusha. Write 1 through 10 on the board for me in Hebrew, would you? Okay. Write them straight down the line there. And because that was a little advanced. Kalata, who was that? Lakamawan and Kalataza, y'all know. Right? That's why Lakamawan, I could almost told him to be quiet too, but we expect our troop has been around here for a while to already know this. All right, start up to the top and write 1 through 10, and let's get some basics. I want you guys to write this down and copy it. Write it down. Yeah, I thought over there something. There you go. I want y'all to write this down. Well, she's going to write all of the.
You want to write it in English?
Yeah, write it in English, of course. Yeah, it's not necessarily to write it. They can always transliterate it, right?
Right.
Ah, you do what I do sometimes. Have forget-itis, right? Nakara, this first time I know she's from the headquarters class. And Brittany, I think she's from New York also. You guys keep checking in class, okay? Please for me, Baba Pasha. Kad, Shanya. There you go. And just make sure you eat your unleavened bread too now, especially during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and cause it'll end on Sunday here, okay? Yeah, you think it's an A in it? It's A-H. R-A. That's right. Make sure you got enough room now. Go ahead. Push them a little closer together so you have enough room. Yeah, no, you're all right. Just do the 5 up there a little bit closer there. You're fine. Just kind of like, there you go. Akash, Ayah, Shalash, Arabai. Ka, right? All you need is just a few sounds. It'll come to you, won't it? Kamash. Kamash. Y'all guys, y'all write these down. It's not a problem with understanding that. That's right. Because I don't go over this that often, but every once in a while I'll throw a number system in there. That's it. You got good handwriting too. That's good. I appreciate that. Remember? Shama.
Shemana.
Shema wana. Right? Shema wana. There you go. 9. Okay, here, just put it up top. We don't want you to go through back surgery right there, right? All right, there you go. And the last one is what? I-S-H-A-R-A. Remember when we do the 10%, we say I-S-H-A-R-A, right?
I don't know why I wanted to put young.
That's all right. No, it's A there. I-S-H-A-R-A, not I. Only one ends with I that believes Arabai and Shabai. There you go. That's it right there. I appreciate that. All right. Good. Shoot, let's clap it up for the trooper, man. Come a long way with saying I don't know. You know, but anyway, let's see what we got in the chat over there.
Trooper Lukamoan said Akai, Sanya, Shalash, Araba, Kamash, Shashai, Shabbai, Shamawana, Dashai, Ashara.
He's right. Clap it up for the brother. Exactly right.
Sister Brittany said, kind sir.
Who?
Sister Brittany said, kind sir.
Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate that. The water, sis.
And young man Mike said, it's a little blurry. Can we adjust the camera a little?
What? No, that's because we're moving around, Mike. You all right? Anytime we move, we might bring the camera in. So anytime we move, the camera adjusts itself. That's what these kind of cameras do. It will adjust itself, but we don't generally do that. If everyone else can see it, can you see it from your end right there? Well, I'm not moving now.
Kind of, okay.
Okay, that's all you got to do. Yeah, we don't adjust the camera like that, Mike. Okay. Just wait a second, and it'll come into view because we're moving. When you're moving, the camera has a duty to move with us. That's why it adjusts. Okay. All right. So anyway, Akkad, Shanya. Now these are the base words for understanding the Hebrew number system. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana. And verse 9, number 9, it's the Shai and Asherah. And but that's why we could go, once you know the base system of 1 through 10, it's the same thing where you learned in the school system. It's the same way you learn in the school system. We're not going to go too much further. The same way you learn in the school system. When you learn in the school system, they teach you the duodecimal system is what it's called, duodecimal. If I remember right, 1 through 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you, of course, 2 10s are 20. And you want to say Asharayam. You want to say 30 is what is it? Shalashim. Okay? And so on and so forth. And that's what you want to learn. But you know, you'll catch on to it. That's why I say it's not so much. Once you learn the base of this, then you'll know them all. Pay attention to what I'm saying in Lashawan Qadash class. Don't try to jump ahead. Stay right. It's not so much as trying to learn the vocabulary. It's learning how things are formed. I'm interested that you're learning, but once you learn the basic system of something, then you can almost teach yourself. But when you try to jump ahead, you'll always be on mundane things that have no, you won't get ahead like that. You'll be always guessing because you have not learned. Go ahead.
Basically confuse yourself.
Yeah, you can. What do you look how I say? He said you're basic, and you are basically what you're doing. Let me say it better than that. you're stifling yourself from learning,
Right.
which is the same thing. Officer Kazakh part don't know a lot, but what I've learned under Commander General YAHANNA I.S.U.P.K, I've learned how to teach Hebrew, and so pay attention to me. Ask questions. Don't try to jump ahead. That's not gonna help you. Just pay attention. If you have a problem, just raise your hand and say, Kazakh part, Officer Kazakh part, Khan, sir. What about this? Hell, I make mistakes, but pay attention to what I'm saying, because the format, I've gotten it from the men above me. They've gotten it from the men above them. This has come down from the Most High, actually. That's a fact. It comes down from the Most High. The Commander General YAHANNA, how do you think we got it? He held on to this truth all these years, 40 years or whatever, under our leaders back then. He was with the original leaders. The Most High saw fit to feed his children in 1969 the understanding, and this is one of the understandings of the Hebrew system of numbers. Okay, and of course we went over some interrogatives and we went over some vocabulary, and you get so much for class, and when you write those down, understand why something is written down, and that way, because you want to. When I got up there, I think it was for Passover. When I'm reading the Hebrew, I'm just reading it as fast as I can or as slow as I can to understand. But that comes from constantly reading it every day, constantly following what the men have taught me and not jumping ahead. That makes sense? Especially you men, the officers, and you young men and troopers that are aspiring to be officers. I appreciate, as a matter of fact, I applaud you guys for doing a great job, doing a great work, for understanding, for hanging in there and wanting to learn under Officer Kazakh Park. And we say, who else we got in the chat over there?
The same brothers and sisters.
Right. So you guys understand, and these are, like I said, these are the base words, because this is how you form everything. We're like if I said, how do you write? Let's say, how do you write 46? How would you write that? Shasha Arabayim? That makes sense? So we say, is that right, trooper?
Okay.
Right. So we say Shasha spell that. Ra by Yum. Okay? And for your understanding. And of course, by understanding that, where's my eraser at? What did I do? By understanding the water. By understanding that, just some simplicity of it, you begin to grow from there. And because you can count up to, based off of this, we count all the way up to 1,000. As a matter of fact, since we're here, I'm not going to go into detail because it takes a whole class to do that. But if you want to say 100, how you write 100? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? I know you remember. Lashawan probably will remember too. Matter of fact, I would venture to say a lot of people remember how. How do you write 100 in Hebrew? Anybody? So it's spelled like this, right? Right?
Trooper Lakaman said Akkad Yam.
What did you say?
Akkad Yam.
Come on, Lashawan now. A Qadash, nah. That's like, I don't know what that is. That's like one, that would be one, Qadash, no, there's no such word as a Qadash. Not like that. It'll be one, I don't know. That's no word. It's like, here's your word right here. Right here. Or, as to say,
sister.
what? Who has?
The sister, Nakara.
Nakara?
She said, Salakia, sir, can you write 40 plus 6 again, the water?
Oh, 40 plus 6, yes.
And
Yeah, we can do that.
triple common one said my eye.
Ma'ah, yeah. That's how you write it, right? I know you know Qadash, right?
Kind.
She said, Nakara said, do what? 40 plus 6?
Kind.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, let's see. Here we go. And of course, once you get the gist of it, I'll have to. Okay, 40 plus 6, right? So how we want to write this? We want.
What, the shall come first, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it over here. Since we're writing backwards,
Okay.
right?
Right.
In Hebrew.
This is from right to left.
Right. Slocky. We got it?
Yeah, she said the letters were not clear.
Oh, yeah. Oh. The letter's not clear?
Yeah, I guess the camera was adjusted.
No, I'll tell you what. No, I'll tell you this. For Mike and her, let me do this, the letters, because it may be the sloppiness of my writing. I don't want that to be. I can control that. The camera would have to adjust. Let's do this a little better than that. I'm going to write it like this. Real big. No, I mean, because I can't hardly see it.
Yeah, I understand.
I can understand because I write sloppy sometimes, right?
She said kind.
Who said that?
Sister Nakara.
She said I write sloppy?
Yeah, she just put kind. I don't know if she was responding.
There we go. How about that? That's better. We'll let that, did it adjust? Of course. That adjust a little better?
Kind.
Kalazah?
Kind.
That's 40 plus 6. Of course, you want, in Hebrew, you want to write Hebrew, when you say 40 plus 6, you want to say, Arabayam, and then you want to write Shasha over here.
Right.
So I just wrote it up there for the sake of room there. Arabayam Shasha. You said just like anything else. 40 plus 6. What you have? Somebody?
She said the water, sir.
No problem. Ayandabar's sister, Nakara, out of New York, right?
Kind.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Shasha Arabayam. Okay? But that now, based off of that, I mean, you can use any one of these words and do the same logistics behind that word. Just if you write that down, you'll understand. You can say, 73, right? Shabayam Shalash. Shabayam Shalash. Or some people will say Shalash Shabayam. But if you want to really say it, you have to say it
Right to left.
right to left. Makes sense there. Right?
Right.
And of course, when it kind of scares you sometimes when you read the Bible, like, damn, I'm reading Hebrew. Because you'll see those words in the Hebrew, right in the Bible.
Right.
Especially, just pay attention tomorrow when we go over class. We're going to have troopers read the Hebrew. So if you're in the vicinity of Greenville, South Carolina, Simpsonville area, come on by and we're going to have our men do the Sabbath service classes in Greenville. So make sure, and then we'll go over the. You have one of those books up there? Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's probably over there now. Yeah, let me see if you can grab one of those for me, would you? The Tanakh, the Tanakh, yeah, there we go. Like that. We go over the Tanakh and it spells words in Hebrew. For instance, if I was reading Isaiah, let's say, comfort, O comfort people, then I would say Naha, Nahamawa, Naka, the Mawa, I'm a Yah. You have Ya'amar, Al-Hayyam, Al-Yakam. Verse 2, the bar that speaks or say. So I'm just kind of going, reading the words, but that's how we read the Thawada. That's how we read the Hebrew, and you'll see a lot of these words pop up in that. But we're reading because we are the ancient recipients of being here on this earth.
Sister Nakara
Right.
asks, do you add yam to the end of each number when multiplying by 10, sir?
Right. Yeah. Here, when we write Asherah, that's correct. Yam is plural. You pluralize the you pluralize the ending because you get something like this: Asherah. Oops. The answer is yes, but let me tell you why. Asherah. Okay? And if you want to write 20, what is 20? That's 2 tens, 10 plus 10. So you write Asherah Yum. Then that would be 20 because 10 plus 10, that's 2 tens. Yum. Yum is plural for the 10. Is that all right?
Sorry.
Okay. Asherah Yum. And that is 2 tens. Boy, that's sloppy. Glory to Christ. You doing all right? Glory to Christ.
Christ.
We have some officers coming up here. Shalom. And so what you want to say, Shalom to Christ. All right? They come here and invade my class. Shalom to Christ. But that's all right. I love that. But you have 10 plus 10, Asherah, Nakara, and Asherayam. That's how you would write it, but that's the logistics. So you can put yam on any one of those. You can put shalashyam, arabayam, kamashyam, shashayam, shabayam, shamawanayam, shanayam. And akkad is different. I'm not going to put that on there. But Asherayam and Thashayam. So when you want to use 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and of course when you say 100, you say ma'a. Go ahead.
She said, so 70 plus 1 will be written Shabayam Akkad.
Yeah, clap it up for the sister. Right. Catching on fast.
Right.
Yeah, exactly right. It's out of New York right there. Exactly right. She catches on fast. So what would 53 be, Nakara? Talk to me. We'll wait for you. Oops. What would 53 be? And make sure you guys eat your unleavened products, unleavened bread.
That's right.
Everybody in here, make sure you grab one of them. You got one. Make sure y'all eat one. That's part of the Nakara. Take your time, Nakara. Nakara Banyamyan, I believe. Right. Y'all coming up here eating all my unleavened bread. Make sure you get Shar. Get don't name your name. And Nakara, I appreciate that, brother. Me and Shar, we done went through a Lashawan Qadash class. The Kamawan, Amar, Kazamar, Nayar, another one of my students here. Go ahead.
She
For
said,
sure, me and him went through the system together. Go ahead.
she said, Kamashiam Salat.
Clap it up for that sis.
Yeah, right.
All right, exactly right. Now that's how you do it, Nakara. From there, all you got to do from all the way up to 100. Then when you get to 100, you want to say Ma'ah as 100. Then you go 101 Ma'ah Akkad. And when you want to get to 200, how would you say 200, Nakara? How would you say it? 200. If it never ceases, boy, to how fast people catch on.
Young man, Salaki, young man Mike said the same thing.
Yeah. Clap it up for young man Mike. Exactly right. Exactly right. But you got a young man Mike. Exactly. Put that yum after that. Exactly right. Exactly right, young man Mike. What is it? What I say? Ma'ah. Ma'ah is 100. So if I want to say 200, Nakara, how would I say that? Or young man Mike? I know you know. Yeah. Y'all been troopers or officers. I know y'all know, so y'all leave them alone. Let them learn over there. Right, Shar?
That's right, that's right.
Go ahead. What you got?
They ain't put it in yet.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time. If Ma'ah is 100, how do you say 200? Just like 20 was Asherah, and 20. I'm sorry, Asherah is 10, and 20 is Asherayam. So how would I say Ma'ah? What is 200? My sister, or Mike, young man Mike, either one. Or who else? What's the other girl in there? Brittany? Or Sister Brittany?
Kind.
What you got? You know it, Nayar?
Take a guess and
Well, wait a minute. Let's let him guess first. Just, I mean, if you know it, just let me know. What you got? What she say? Or he say? What Mike say?
Sister
Nakara?
Nakara, she said Ma'ayam, but she spelled it M-A-A-H-U, Y-U-M.
Y-A-M. She probably meant the A, but clap up to this. She got it right. She just put a yum. My yum is yum. But she's got it right though. That's my yum. But that's the logistics behind it. And then when you want to say, let's see. Well, anyway, I don't want to get past that because I'll be holding class up forever here, working on these. But that's what you're going to say in the yard, right? But that's the idea. Now you guys can count up to 100. Based off that, you can count up to 1,000. By the way, what's 1,000? In the yard, you remember? Come up here and write it down for us.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember that one.
All right. Come up here, Kaz. What's 1,000? You remember? Am I putting you on the spot? Sure, you remember?
That one kind of far. Yeah, I don't get it.
All right, it starts with an A. I know you know.
Oh,
Don't you?
I'm gonna guess.
What?
Alright, so it's a cod.
You remember, Sure? You remember? I don't put you on the spot, I'm just saying, do you know?
I know, I gotta think.
No, that's right. What you got?
Yeah.
No.
A cod, you.
I should.
It might be
You close.
A cod Isharayim.
You close. Yeah, it's something like that, but
Okay.
not quite.
Okay.
What you got? What I say, 1,000?
Yeah.
All right, here it is right here. Anybody? Yeah, let me give it to everybody.
Damn.
Y'all just a little rusty like I am sometimes.
Allah.
Oh, Ayala.
Allah.
Allah.
Oh yeah, I was guessing that was like.
Oh, okay.
Well, somebody have something in there. What they got in that chat over there?
She said, I don't know.
Sister Nakara's Sister Nakara said, I don't know, sir.
No, that's fine. That's a perfect answer. When you don't know, you say you don't know. That's a perfect answer, Sister Nagar. But it's a lot. And if you want to say 2,000, you say a lot young. All right? That's the end of our class. We conclude the clap it up the class, right? Somebody give me that up. Announcements over there. Yeah. You read these announcements for me. Next man in line over there. Give that to Officer Shara. Read that. Take them home. Let's give the salutes to the sisters. Make sure you give salutes to the sisters, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
Security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. A rule for a new brother and a sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only.
Right.
They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can read about this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means a tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashra. A tenth of every penny of any increase that the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, that's a free will offering, for a priest. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. And the next upcoming holy convocation is the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Tell them when that is.
And we got the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread coming up this Sunday. This Sunday at sundown at 7 p.m. And then we can start eating back bread with leaven. Things with leaven. You want to go to McDonald's, get your burger, go ahead and eat your McDonald's burger. Just leave out the bacon nuggets. Have you some bread now. You can get some bread, some yeast in your stuff. And that's going to be on the, it's the old one, but that's coming up this Sunday. And we're going to remind the Akim and Aquatin to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to become a trooper, that means to start wearing all black. That means all black boots, all black shirt, pants, and the headband. You understand? Man, Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. We're going to start and face the sisters. Man, Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj Barak, Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahshua. Yazam Atah, class dismissed.
That's the class.